Hello, everybody, and welcome to MangaPod. We are a weekly podcast in which we all get together and we read all or part of a manga. And then we discuss it with friendship, love, and lots of spoilers. I'm your host, Erin of HappiLeeErin, and with me are all three of my lovely co-hosts.
Yay!
Hi, what's up? How you doing? How's it going?
Hi guys, I'm Dodger of Happily Dodger. That joke will always be funny for me, so I'm just gonna keep on using it.
One day all of us will get it, so somebody should mess up the synergy.
One day.
Alright, I'm Yokorama from HappiLeeErin. What?
God's sake,
It's not that hard.
You think third time would be the charm?
I forgot. I just forgot. I'm sorry.
How do you forget?
It's so hard.
It's
Erin of Happily Erin, Dodger of Happily Dodger, Yoku of Happily Yoku.
Okay, I just had to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
And hi, I am Dazza from Happily Dazza.
Yeah!
Did it!
One day, Yoku.
One day we'll have all of that. Just done.
Maybe next time.
If you've never joined us for a MangaPod before, what we like to do, before we get into our super spoilery discussions, we'll give you a spoiler-free recommendation as well. Or no, I swapped it. Well, we do that, but then we also do spoiler-free description. But the spoiler-free description comes first, or does it? Who knows? We might.
Who even knows? We're running flying by super
It might be at the end.
Yeah, you don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe we don't ever go into spoiler discussion.
Yeah, never. We're just gonna end MangaPod right now. It's over. We did it.
Canceled. This week we read Kingdom, chapters 1 through 30, volumes 1 through 3.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we read.
Sure.
Guys, that was like the fastest that I have ever done that.
Congrats.
So proud.
Thank you.
Give up the description.
Yeah. I think. Is there anything else we have to do? I mean, we haven't gone on any bird hops or bird walks or anything.
Kangaroo
Bird
hops.
hops.
Kangaroo hops.
Kangaroo hops.
Any bear rolls? We haven't gone on a bear roll in a while.
Oh, you're right. We haven't.
All right. Millions of years have passed since the time. What?
Where are your glasses, Dazza?
I broke them last week. I told you this.
That's right. Okay. Carry on.
You gotta pretend. You gotta do the whole
Yeah,
thing
where's
then.
your fake?
Come on.
No,
man.
don't do that too much. You'll hurt your arm like me.
That's
I've
cheating.
already got a hurt foot. Millions of years have passed since the time of legends, when the world of man and gods was still the same. In these times, it was the desires of man that moved the world. It is the period of the 500-year war, the era of warring states. Kingdom is the story of a young boy who grew into a great general and all the trials and bloodshed that led them there.
Ooh.
I thought you said wearing states. Like
That's what I thought.
That's what I thought,
I'm like,
too.
I think I actually did say
Outfit.
warring states.
I was like, what was that? Oh, warring. Warring. I get it.
Okay.
It's my accent. You guys just aren't cool enough to understand.
I get it.
Uh-huh. According to chat, I am super duper quiet. I wasn't that quiet during the thing, and everybody says I keep peeking, so I'm gonna go in and adjust that really fast. You're all really pretty. Okay, BRB, hang on. Keep talking, because I'm not gonna turn the volume off, though.
Hey guys, you want to listen to me eat a chip?
Yes.
It's pretty crisp.
I am so turned on right now.
I don't know.
Hey, is that better? It might be really loud for you guys,
Oh,
but hopefully for chat, it's not too bad. I'm really sorry. You just have to turn me down. I don't know what to do. I don't know what's going on. I don't understand.
Yeah, it's super weird. So like we've had an issue for the last couple of weeks where Erin is like super loud and peaking for us, but she sounds perfectly fine for you guys.
Yeah.
So it's
Maybe
really
it's
weird.
Skype.
Maybe, but
Maybe.
it's weird that it's happened. I'm not getting any of that from any of you. So I don't
Yeah,
No,
and
but it might be
and we're
your
only
input,
getting it
not
from
the
you.
output.
So.
Yeah.
Might be the wire.
Yoku looked
Might be the
really
wire.
disapproving. The wire?
And-
I hope not.
That could be a thing.
And you're for sure pulling from that microphone and not your webcam microphone,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Yes, I am.
Then I don't know, dog.
I
Dog.
don't know.
Dog.
You don't
I
want
don't
me to
know.
do that. I'm gonna like be so loud for you guys. I'm sorry. It'll be fun.
all good.
It'll be all
That's right, I'll just turn you down. That's cool.
Yeah, just basically put me on silent.
Yeah, I'll just mute you
Yeah.
so we don't have to listen to your voice. That's basically what we're gonna do.
Wait, can we make individual people like?
Yeah,
not
that's
as
what
loud?
I'm looking for now. It sounds like you guys know what you're talking about. I'm like,
No, I was
oh,
bullshitting. I have no idea.
you're like barking.
Bark.
Ah, stop.
Yoku, that's mean. Don't say she is barking.
What to do?
It's fine. Let's just keep going.
We can start on our recommendations.
Okay, somebody else go since I'm barking.
I'll go. I highly recommend this manga. Look, I've realized through Vinland Saga and through Kingdom, I've realized that one of my like #1 favorite manga types is like well-written historical war manga is like, oh, I love it. I love it. So if you like Vinland Saga the way that I like Vinland Saga, you're going to love Kingdom. It's like, it's a different place, different system, different characters, but it's got that same sort of incredible feeling of like the stakes are really high and you want to see what all of the characters do and you're really excited to see how everything plays out and like the art is fantastic. I absolutely recommend Kingdom. I think it's great.
Yeah.
See, I would say I would recommend it as well because Kingdom was freaking amazing. But basically, for me, it's like House of Cards in China in like the year 1100. That's basically what it is. Because there's the politics, there's the murder, there's the mystery, and there's just everything. Yeah.
Everything. No, it's a good series. I also recommend it.
Go on.
that was my transition. Like Daz never stop speaking. All right. Yeah, I do also recommend it. It's what everybody said pretty much, and I agree. I agree with Dodger when she kind of made it a connection with Vinland Saga, like with the whole feel of it. Like I like that. I really do like that as well. And I also made that connection because when I read it the first time, I read Kingdom. I didn't catch up to, but I read it to a point, and then I read Vinland Saga after that, and then right now I reread the first 30 chapters, so I made that connection much easier. So if you like Vinland Saga, if you watched that MangaPod and you enjoyed that, you will enjoy this as well.
Yeah.
Dane.
I agree.
That was a
Best
good.
response.
I agree.
I agree with everything said. Vinland Saga, there's huge Vinland Saga feeling from it, the same kind of atmosphere, and I agree with Dodger that well-written historical manga are fantastic. They're so good and so engaging, and I didn't want to stop reading. Like, I am bummed that we didn't add more chapters, but it's so good. It's fascinating. The politics, the characters, everything, the art, the fights. It's all been really fun so far and also really engaging. So I highly recommend it, especially if you... I also got, like, a tamer Berserk, like, not as fantasy dark as Berserk, but there's definitely elements of that same thing there. So I highly recommend it as well. Everybody's saying that I'm still quiet, so after we're done with this, I'm going to go in and mess with my mic again.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot faster as well, I think, than Vinland Saga, though. Because there's only like 20 pages a chapter. So it's just like, you read through it, it's just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Yeah, it's a shonen
fast.
battle still.
It's not shonen, it's seinen. It's just a weekly magazine.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say, this must be weekly if it's 20-page chapters.
Not necessarily. Like, Silver Spoon used to be weekly, but it's only monthly at the moment. It's only 20 pages still.
Interesting.
Well, she also had a baby.
I know that bitch.
There's that, too.
How dare she have a baby?
Yeah,
I know.
Fuck. Babies. No one likes those.
That's as spoiler-free as MangaPod is going to get.
Hold on, let me go and try my whole thing.
I'll do the thing. That's as spoiler-free as MangaPod is going to get. If you would like to leave now and take a chance to read the manga and then come back and watch this MangaPod later, you can find it here at youtube.com/HappiLeeErin. It will live here forever, and you can always watch it. But if you'd like to hang around, if you've read it, or if you just don't mind the spoilers, then you are going to have 5 seconds to get out of here. So are you ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Yay!
Shane is God.
Yay!
Yay! How do I sound to you guys now?
Much better.
Much better? Okay. Sweet.
Yeah.
Hopefully I sound better for the chat, because that's important.
We're not important. They are the most important.
They are the most
Yeah, God.
Jeez.
Chat is God.
Chat is God.
No, too much power.
They're important, but don't give them a sense of ego. They don't understand.
Okay, guys,
Yeah.
let's start out with a question that we usually ask. So sometimes we haven't asked because we usually answer in a spoiler-free recommendation. What were you guys expecting before you started reading this manga? Anything?
Can I go first?
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, I watched the anime actually before I read the manga, and I watched up to episode 14. I didn't watch it always weekly, but I kind of kept up with it. Everybody that's looked up the anime knows that it's. I say looked up because not many people finished it. But it's like PS2 graphics. I hear that the second series, they kind of changed the art style a little bit, but I kind of went back and looked it up. It looked the same to me. I don't know. Maybe I was looking up the wrong thing.
From PS2 graphics to PS3 graphics?
Probably not. Like PS2 and a half.
Early
Maybe.
PS3.
It looked fine until people started talking.
Yeah.
Like, at
Yeah.
first I was like, oh, this looks fine. And then the second they started talking, I was like, I was like, what is going on?
But once in a while you see like lag or like some glitch and they like just flip out everywhere, you know, like MMORPGs. Yeah, Gary's one. Yeah, but I watched the anime first and I watched like half an episode. I really liked the story, but I couldn't finish it. But then out of nowhere I just decided to go back and watch like I think it was like episode 3 at that point, and I went back and I'll just watch more, you know. I was bored. And I just completely like fell in love with the story in the anime. And I actually overlooked the graphics. I mean, the graphics, yeah, the shitty graphics. I'm talking like it's a video game, but it's not.
Yeah.
But I'm Yokorama Game Talk. Everything's a video game.
You're actually talking about video games.
Right.
What is this?
But the manga I do enjoy more, mainly because of the art style. And it gets very, very gruesome at moments, and we know everybody likes gruesome, at least in this podcast. So it's great, and it gets even better than from what we read. I'm not gonna say much, but yeah, it's pretty good. Too bad we didn't finish this little arc here.
Yeah, people kept saying, why don't you guys go until like chapter 48 or some shit? And I was like, that's like almost doubling what we're intending on reading. Like that's too much further.
I mean, if you had the time to like sit down and for another couple hours, I mean, then you would have easily marathoned through it.
Totally.
But I mean, it's very like engaging at the moment that we're in.
Yeah. Well, that's how I felt about where we stopped in Vinland Saga too. It's like when you know what's gonna be coming, you're like, I just want us to get to that one part so bad.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to read more of that.
Yeah.
Sure as well.
Yeah. For me, Kingdom, the only thing I knew about it was that it was like a political intrigue, like style manga. And I wasn't sure whether or not I was going to be bored out of my mind because it really just depends on the mangaka, man. It really depends on like how they pace it, how they explain things, the characters. And I was hooked. I was so hooked. The second I started, I was really excited to read it. And so that was a very pleasant surprise. And I'm excited to read more of it.
Yeah, I'm the same. I knew the bare minimum of it. Like, I had kind of listened to the summary, but not really. So I didn't, like, I knew there was politics. I knew it was historical. I knew it was seinen. That was all I knew. And that we weren't reading far enough. That was everything.
That's basically the gist of it.
So going in, I was, like, hooked. By the very end of chapter 1, I was just engaged. Everything was interesting. It lived up. I didn't have any expectations, so it went beyond my expectations for it.
Yeah.
So, though, like, what I did like about it so far is that it's been pretty straightforward. It hasn't been too convoluted. Like, I've been able to follow all of the politics pretty well, which sometimes that just gets, like, weighed down with this person did this, and then this person did this, and they're connected over here, but then also this stuff is happening over here. I'm like, there's too much on this happening right now.
Yeah.
But with this, what we've read so far has been very straightforward and very quickly paced, too, but not in a way that, like, feels forced. Like, it's trying to speed up the story. Feels like it's taking us to get to a specific part in the story, so it's trying to get this stuff moved as fast as possible, but also being really interesting at the same time.
Yeah. I think that's also a benefit of having a mostly main character who is kind of more brawn than brain, because everything is simplified through his eyes, and that's mostly what we're seeing everything through. So I think in some ways that helped as well. Just him being like, wait, what's going on? It'd be like this, and this. And he'd be like, okay. You know?
Let's go kill some people.
Yeah, and then for us, it's like, okay, got it.
Yeah, I'm glad it's that way, because they could have easily made this series boring as well.
Yeah. See, I went into it not knowing a damn thing. We've read a ton of manga that has like the name Kingdom or something like that, where it's just a which is just like a mythical manga with robots and dinosaurs and
Nobunaga.
Kingdom robots, make it happen.
you know. So I'm going into this not knowing a damn thing about it. Like, I didn't even know like it was a historical manga, like Chinese historical. Even though I did read the summary last week, I still didn't.
Just like,
So I was reading through it and I'm like, cool, Chinese history. That's fun, yay! And I wasn't really excited reading the first few pages, but like you said, by the end of the first chapter, which was the longest chapter, I'll admit, it was like 50 something pages. I was just like, I need more, like, right now.
yeah.
And then reading through it, it's so engaging. I literally read it in one sitting because I couldn't stop. And the only reason I did stop is because I just had no more chapters to read, because I only get up to the chapter I have to read, because I know that I will go further.
Yeah.
Because I was like, all right, because what I normally do is I read like a bunch the night before, like Tuesday night. Then Wednesday morning I read like 3 or 4 chapters to finish it off, so I've got it still fresh in my head. But then I was just like, no, I have to finish it now. I have to get into this. So yeah.
Can we talk about one of my favorite moments? How brilliant the end of chapter 2 is, aka the part where he walks into the shed and sees the king for the first time.
Oh,
where
yes.
He's like, what?
Your mind's just...
It's like, what? And then the next one he's like, no, I'm not him. But you're still like, what? What's happening? Because it was so good. I thought it was really good. It was a really good reveal.
Yeah.
And I had wondered, because when... I can't remember that guy's name. When the dude who picks out Hyo, and he when he shows up, it's very obvious from the conversation that they are equal in skill. You know, like, he would have had no reason to choose this kid over this kid just based on skill. So, like, I was like, I wonder if there's something else there, and there totally was. I was like, yay!
See, I was just like, it's just one of those, like, things that just happens.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I gotta fight to be the better than my brother. You know, that's how I thought it was going to go, very shonen-esque. But then I was just like,
yo, girl, he dead. Like, no!
So sad. His death was really sad.
Yeah, that's crazy. That all happened in chapter 1. The death of his friend. I mean, that's a pretty epic chapter to begin with.
It was like pretty much the whole first chapter was their backstory, a little bit about them, their history, their province, and then like
the death,
the initiator for the death. And it was just like, what?
Yeah, that's great. All in like 60-ish chapters. That's pretty interesting how they and it doesn't feel like rushed. You didn't feel like you were confused what was going on. So yeah, this is now that I think about it, this is one of the most strongest first chapters from at least like a battle type of series that I've read.
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like, the pacing of it, it was just so, it was very quick, like I was saying. It was very quick. Like, we got introduced to the king, and then immediately, like, went underground, and then found this place with the mountain people that they'd been keeping it safe, and he, like, got there.
That was awesome.
So we started hearing, like, just learning everything so quickly, but
not so fast that we forgot anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, it was, like, the perfect pace, I think.
Yeah, it was very good pacing to... I think it was well done to engage both people who want something deeper and also just kind of want to not necessarily have to think too hard about it. So it was very, very engaging, the entire thing. What do you guys think about the mountain people?
Oh
They're
my god,
awesome.
I love them. I love the mountain
They're
people.
so awesome.
They're pretty cool.
I like that they've added dimension to them. Because, like, we start off with this story that's kind of like, the mountain people are misunderstood. And then we have it followed up by this story that's like, I mean, we had good feels between us, but they're, like, savages. They're terrifying people. And you're like, which one is it? Yeah. And then you meet them, and they're like, they're terrifying. But then it, like, you know, it was cool. It was cool how we were kind of led astray in a few ways. And then it winds up with, like, well, they're people, so they're multifaceted, and they are both, like, good people and, like, crazy good warriors. So, yeah, they're also terrifying, you know? Yeah. So I wound up really loving them.
I'm so excited to see them fight more.
Me too.
More. I'm so excited.
I was also, like, kind of angry because we got the picture of the girl, like, before we got to that chapter, and I was like, the king was, like, so covered in stuff with the big mask that I was like, if that's the girl, I'm gonna flip a table. I'm gonna be so angry that they showed us the girl ahead of time, and then she took off the mask, and I was like, fuck! Like,
you actually got...
I knew it was gonna be a girl.
I didn't notice that. I didn't know.
No, it's because in some... I think in some of them there was like, she was the cover of.
It's because I already knew.
chapter.
It's because I already knew when I was reading the first time.
Well,
like, because I started with the anime.
Right.
That's why I was just kind of like I brushed through it.
Yeah, I was so frustrated.
Yeah,
like,
I hate that when reveals are like ruined.
Yeah, I was
that's
like,
messed up.
I
That's
didn't pay
I was like,
attention to
that's
that.
gonna
I was
be-
just like, whenever I see like a chapter or like chapter markers and stuff, I'm just like, and just go straight back to the chapter. I don't pay attention to any of that. So when that was revealed, I was just like, nice.
Oh, shit.
Ooh. Well, for me, like, if I spy it, it's there. It's in my brain. I can't forget it.
Yeah.
It's just, like,
Oh, so it wasn't the chapter. It was the volume cover,
Yeah,
right?
it's the
Yeah.
volume
Yeah, that's what I
cover,
said.
volume,
Yeah.
I thought you
volume
mentioned
3. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that's messed
And then,
up.
and then like
Yeah.
they showed the child version of the king who was like young with blonde hair. And I was like, it's definitely going to be that character, but maybe I don't, who knows? Maybe it's a man, maybe it's a woman, but like, if it's a woman, I'm going to be real bummed that was revealed for me, like, ahead of time. And then they were like, she's a hot lady. And I was like, no! I mean, I'm excited. She's dope. She's awesome. But, yeah, I wish that reveal had been more powerful for me.
I agree. The, completely off topic, but something that I thought
Oh, look,
was
I see a kangaroo outside.
another bird walk.
Cheryl.
Something that one of the moments I absolutely loved. Like, you get those moments where you're reading and you're like, ooh, like you are very vocal while you're reading because you're just like, shit. The moment, I think it was in one of the last chapters, it might have been even chapter 30, where they are walking up to the door, up to the wall at the palace, and the one mountain guy is like, I'll take these people on, this dude on. And then the captain said, no, there's only one person who should spill the first drop of blood. And the king, like, cuts his head off. I was like, oh my god! I just loved that moment so good.
Yeah, it was dope.
Good.
I'm curious to see more of the backstory for the king, because he's obviously, like, been hardened by some shit. I'm like, man, what happened in the palace, dog? Especially the stamina thing. The fact that he's able to just run forever. And they were like, oh man, he must have gone through some stuff. And I'm like, what sort of stuff would he have gone through where he would have developed this incredible stamina? Like,
well, and he's also, like, very well trained in swords because he killed the assassin. like cut off the assassin's dude head, and he is very strong because he was able to pick Zing up and like hold him by the throat.
Yeah.
So he's obviously gone through, but he didn't even live at the palace his entire life. He got brought in later on.
Yeah, he brought him later.
Oh, that's
so what
true.
happened
Yeah.
beforehand? Yeah.
Because his little brother was like, I'm going to be king. And then,
Yeah, and his
then,
mom was like a dancer and all that.
And then he got all pissed and he hates her because she's a whore, but that's not how it is. She's a dancer. Something
Yeah,
happen,
she's
okay?
a dancer, so you need to calm down, mister.
And he
Dancing is a legitimate like job, guys. It's
Yeah.
legit.
Yeah, you could be a belly dancer.
Well, the other like servant girls, right, said that she used to be part of the harem.
Yeah.
So she did live in the palace then.
Live.
True. Well, she...
I got a huge Griffith vibe from the king.
Yes! Sorry. I agree.
I was just waiting for like Griffith butt to turn up. And I'm just
I had-
because
it was
when it first started up, I thought they were brother and sister, like Zing and Pow or whatever. I thought they were brother and sister because just the way it was drawn. So I was like, is that a girl? And then it was just like, no.
Dude, his eyes are fucking huge, like
And
huge
detailed.
shiny eyes. Yeah, so much.
I was just like, no. And then I'm just like, oh god, it's Griffith all over again. My sexuality is being questioned again.
I got so many Berserk vibes from this, just at random points. Like there was, Zing Sound feels like a very young Guts. Like he feels like a young Guts. He not as dark. But he
Does.
obviously hasn't gone through as much. Like he's gone through shit, but there's stuff that Guts went through that obviously he has not gone through.
Right.
And then, what was the little girl's name? 10.
10.
Yeah, 10.
She reminded me of Puck so much.
Is 10 a girl?
I think so.
Yeah, it's a girl. They
It is? Okay. I could not
There was
tell.
like one time where they said she, and I was like, okay.
It's a child in an owl costume. I did not know. Like,
Yeah.
See,
So, like,
I thought Zin was more like more darker version of Hinata from Haikyuu. I just got that vibe from him.
yeah.
like the headstrong, like diving right in.
Yeah, the personality, the way he talks, just everything.
I think.
Lack of respect for the king. Okay.
No,
That was just-
I can, like, there's parts of that I can definitely see, and then there's other parts that I can't, but I can definitely see parts of that.
Well, I mean, like,
I was
Zin
thinking about
obviously
Hinata.
can't play volleyball, so.
Who knows? Maybe you can.
Oh my god, hang on 1 second. There's somebody knocking on my window, and it's really scary, so I'll be right back.
Oh,
I
God.
think it's food delivery. Hold on 1 second. Keep talking. Okay, I'll be right back.
We're just going to watch and make
And
sure
she
you
was
don't
never
die.
heard from again.
Yeah, don't come back.
It's a mistake.
Get David to do it. It's okay.
It's not food.
No.
You just see the blood splatter on the wall. And
Did
just,
she not
just
look
like,
out the window to like check? Oh, whatever. Yeah, I really like all of the characters. I know we're not like entirely talking about art right now, but the art is really what makes me feel the most berserkish because there's such like dark, bold outlines and really like the way that the teeth are drawn specifically is so aggressive looking in like a really interesting way. I really like all of that.
Yeah, I liked how most of the art was actually.
She lives!
Yes!
Oh god, that was so scary. I'm surprised I didn't scream. There was a knock. You know how I have fear of Windows stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was like knocking. I was like, oh my god, this is how I die. But
Well, at least it would have been live streamed
It
on the
was
internet.
David's booth. The guy was like, I opened the door and the guy goes, "Oh, you here?" And I was like, and then he like handed me the food and took off. I was like, okay.
Okay, bye.
Okay, what did I miss?
Art.
Yeah, we're talking about art.
Oh, I like
Aaron's
that.
just like,
All I mentioned was that I really like the bold outlines and I really like the aggressive way that the teeth are drawn. Like all of the
Yes.
teeth are very sharp looking.
Mhm.
So, and then Dazzle was gonna say,
I was about to say something until you really interrupted me.
Sorry. Sorry,
Uh,
not sorry.
One of my favorite things about it, it felt very Chinesey as well.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I know this is going to sound really bad because I know manga's not drawn for white people, but when I read manga, it's true though.
I know. No, that's just such a funny out of context line. Manga ain't drawn for white people.
But when I'm reading manga, sometimes I just feel like they're kind of white as well. I think you're supposed to project yourself onto the characters around you, but I really felt like the characters were actually Chinese. Like, I know there's distinct differences, like, because of where I live and how many different Asian personalities there are everywhere. I know the distinct differences between, like, Chinese and Vietnamese and Japanese and Korean and stuff. Like, the Korean are the prettiest, by the way. I'm like, oh my god.
I agree with that.
But they actually felt like proper Chinese people, and that made me really happy. And then when they brought in the Vietnamese guy, I know he was just weird, but he actually, like, his character felt kind of that way as well, and the way he acted, and I was just like...
Evil? Is that what you're saying, Daza?
Poisonous?
Poisonous and evil?
I'm not going to say anything, because I'm accused of being racist.
Man,
Saying,
it's really hard
facial
to...
features wise.
Oh, not only that, like, personality as well, like, at the end.
Evil.
No, he wasn't evil. He wasn't distinctly evil. Like, at the end, he gave the tranquilizers to Ten and stuff.
He did, that's true.
Talking about him and, like, art and his character design, what I really loved is when... Something I really like about manga is when you have characters that all look like they fit within the art style, within the world, and then you have just random distinct characters that don't look like they fit, but you're incredibly fascinated by. We felt this with Yawapeta, with Misoshiji Yawapeta. I felt that way about the huge general dude with the giant lips.
Oh my god!
The first time I saw him, I was like, "Is this JoJo's?" Yeah, I was like,
yeah,
really?
Those lips.
I had a huge, like, One Piece vibe from that.
One Piece.
Oh,
yeah,
I could kind of see that too.
Yeah, no, he threw me for a loop, but then, like, the instant I was done looking at him, I was like, I want more! I want him back! When he's, like, sculpting or whatever.
Yeah, just shirtless, like...
with his giant lips, I was like...
Yeah, there's something that I love about him. He's that guy who's like, I just love the battle and the blood and like, totally okay with it.
It's like a more creepy version of Frankenfurter from Rocky.
Yes, he is. So.
Everyone else is like, what?
Yeah, I had that reference went over my head.
Like Rocky Horror Picture Show, Frankenfurter.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Oh. You should sometime.
If you get a chance to see it on stage, I
really want to. They always show it downtown at, like, the Downtown Independent and stuff here in LA. I just need to go see it.
And not the film, the actual show, like the stage show.
Hey, I would be down to see that as well.
That's
There was.
Yeah.
Okay, there was one panel. I tweeted it. I don't know if you guys saw it, but when they were fighting, it made me laugh so hard when the one general and the king's right-hand man are fighting, and there's just the one panel of him like, "Pwah!" like that. It made me laugh so hard. I had to, like, stop. I was laughing so hard. Just the proportion, it looked like he had just been splattered. And it was so good. It was so funny. Just wanted to make sure everybody knew that, and to make sure and go look at that one panel. If you look at nothing else from Kingdom, look at that one panel.
I hate you for that, because then I really noticed when every time they did those kind of things, and then I'm just like, God damn it, Aaron, I can't notice this now.
Dude, guys, does anybody else feel like younger brother is Joffrey?
Yes.
Yes.
He's just the worst. And he's got his big, like, ogre buddy who just, like, splits people in half. I'm just like, no!
Like, what are you here for?
At least do your own gross stuff. Don't make your ogre buddy do it.
Yeah. Loser.
Yeah, you loser.
I can't wait for him to die.
Yeah. I want to know...
I don't like his face.
There is, like... Wait, what?
I don't like his face. His face is weird.
He's drawn.
The younger brother?
Yeah.
Yep.
He killed those
He
two
has an
girls
evil
really
face.
easily.
Right?
No
I know.
qualms whatsoever.
Yeah, I was like, oh, damn.
The next panel, they're just dead. I was like, wow.
It's so he's got such a petty motivation that
Yeah.
I'm wondering. I feel like he's probably gonna die pretty early on. That's what I would suspect. That he's gonna die pretty early on, and then somebody else is going to be like the one who really would know what to do with the throne in a bad way.
Yeah.
Because this
See,
kid
I
is
think-
just. Huh.
I think I think it's the commander or something that's taking the reins, and he's just the puppet.
One of like prime ministers or something like that is supposed, isn't it?
Like that guy with the dots on his face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who had
Man,
like
it's
the
so hard
bath
for
at
me
the
to say
beginning with all
anything.
the women all over him?
Yoku, just like
Wait, what, Yoku?
It's very hard for
Yoku
me
is
to
trying
say
not
anything.
to spoil us. Actually.
You're in one of those? You're
I
in one of
accidentally
those?
did spoil something minor, but you guys didn't notice.
Oh, I did not
Oh,
notice.
I didn't
Thank
notice
God.
either.
I kind of stopped myself. I could have went on, and I was just like, oh, never mind. That's
You were very smooth with it.
Yeah.
Very smooth.
Yeah, just because like the younger brother is his motivations don't hold weight. They would get boring so quick.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't want commoners taking the throne. I don't want commoners in the palace. You know what I'm saying? Do you guys all agree with me? Cool. Let's get rid of all the gross poor people. I'm just like, are you
And then
fucking
everyone's just
kidding me?
like,
Dub of the anime.
yeah. Try to make it match the lips, though. Please.
We wouldn't even really have to time it. You just like go because it wouldn't matter at the animation. It'd look intentional.
Don't worry, guys.
Kingdom, the abridged series coming from
Yeah,
MangaPod.
the Rich Kingdom series. Don't worry, guys. We got this.
Oh my god. Commoners. Yeah, no, his motivations are so weak. Of all the characters, he is the weakest character he's not going to be part of the story very long because what we've seen so far, like, the story is evolving too much around him for him to be involved any longer or have any sort of important impact on it that I feel like keeping him around will just be worthless. Like, killing him is going to be, like, the small step towards the bigger picture.
Yeah.
But, like, him surviving, I don't see having any sort of
See,
significance.
I kind of agree and disagree with you guys. Like, I agree that he's gonna die very quickly. But I feel like his motivation is kind of the most realistic because back in those days, those kind of things happened all the time.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, my older brother took the throne. Oh, well, I'm going to now kill him to take the throne too. Ah.
Yeah.
But I also feel like, I don't know, I just get like this sense of the king's going to kill him. But then, like, in 100 chapters or something, he'll come back and be like, I am spreading gossip about you to ruin your reputation.
Wait,
Yeah.
who's gonna come back?
The little brother.
Wait, but he's gonna kill him.
But if he's gonna kill him, how's he coming back?
He won't actually be dead.
Well, but then he didn't kill him.
He had a double too.
Oh,
See?
Pow!
Doubles on doubles on doubles on doubles.
that becomes like triples.
There's enough. There's enough Chinese people, so I'm sure there's a double somewhere.
I kept waiting for there to be a moment. Because, like, okay, when the stamina thing was first brought up, right?
Yeah.
When they were like, God, this guy can just, like, go forever. Like, but he's, you know, he's prissy Prince King Boy. Like, how come he can... I wanted so bad for there to be another reversal where they're like, no, just kidding. The actual king did die. I've just been pretending to be him. And we're best friends. I love you. Just be like, what? It's like flippy flops forever.
And that, boys and girls, is how Kingdom ends.
Chapter 400.
And then there's keys. No.
Yeah, and then everybody has a key. Turns out he had a locket the whole time.
And then it turns into Siren for some reason.
Oh.
So many things. Yeah, they've been in a game the whole time. And if one of the girls that he meets could just have the right key to put in the locket, they'll get back into the
Pal
real
is
world.
the one with the right key.
It all comes together, guys.
Oh my god, we're writing this story. Why have we not written a manga yet? I don't know.
Right?
Because it's either going to be really funny but horrible, or really good and really bad at the same time.
It's probably gonna. It's gonna be.
It can't
gonna be
actually
too
just
good.
be good.
It can't actually be.
That doesn't exist.
Well, no, because we have like Aaron being like, we got to put sports and gruesome things in there. So you have basketballs murdering people.
Yes! Oh my god!
Basketballs with spikes.
Why is there not
Right,
a
and then you
horror
have
sports anime?
like
Is
Dodger
this-
with like, we need cats everywhere.
Uh-huh.
And then Yoku's just
Cats
I don't
and
know,
fox
he's drunk
familiars?
somewhere.
I mean, fox demons all over the place.
And then like
Transforming
Yoku's
into
drunk
the basketballs.
Which then kill people.
Which then kill people.
And then I'm just sitting in the back going like, guys,
Rose whips.
it doesn't make sense.
And then they turn into mechs.
Every
Yes.
Cats
fox
pilot
demon.
mechs.
Every fox demon gets a rose whip.
Yes.
What?
Yes. And they all have little fire demon best friends, and they all go on adventures.
They didn't get it.
I know, but we got it. We
Yes.
got it, Yoku.
I chuckled along for pity.
To yourself.
I heard rose whips, and I'm just thinking back to like Sailor Venus's, not is it Venus's? Like anal
Venus,
beads
yeah,
that she.
she's got a thing.
Or anal beads, yeah.
She's got a
anal
thing.
beads.
She's got a thing.
She's got anal beads that she whips around to kill the enemy.
Yes. Yes.
No.
Yes.
Mm.
Coming soon to Shonen Jump. MangaPod manga.
Manga.
MangaPod, the manga.
Oh no.
Anywho.
I'm trying to figure out who we have not touched on yet. Do you guys have a favorite moment? Like thrown out of you.
I like when Big Lips, when they're like, okay, we're gonna find everyone in like what was it in Zhang's provinces because they thought he was dead at this point
Yes.
in his province, and we're gonna kill everyone because I'm bored. And they go there, and Big Lips is just like, no, these are my people now.
Yeah,
Piss off.
He's like, you're going to take my slaves and kill my slaves? Because I don't think that's going to happen. And then the nobles
No.
are like, God damn it.
I was just like, yes, this is great.
So good.
I'm trying to find the exact frame, but I love when it's really close to where we stopped when they're coming into the city
Yes.
to like attack the palace, and the queen of the mountain people is like, let us create a carnival of blood. I was like, yes. She's just looking so dope. She's not even holding onto the horse. She's like, whatever. Let us create a carnival of blood. It's like, yay.
She's so cool so far.
Yeah. I just liked that she said it.
I love most of the characters.
I did.
Yeah. She like said it in her language, and then way in the back he's like, yo, what did she just say?
Let's talk about, we haven't really talked about main character, Zing, like Shin at all. We kind
Yeah.
of touched on him. How do you guys feel about him?
Well, he wins every fight. I mean,
Okay.
like that kind of
Go
guy.
his list.
He's that kind of guy. I mean, he's just a typical. There's not much interesting about him. I mean, he's a cool
Yeah.
guy. I mean, it's not like I hate him, but I mean, he's not the most interesting guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's that standard like instinctual, animalistic, incredible
Yeah.
fighter.
So much potential.
So
I mean,
much potential.
it's kind of unrealistic.
Big
I mean,
dreams.
he's this kid that used to fight his just friend, you know, like
Yeah.
over and over again. He became that good that he's like, remember how the first like the assassin, he
Yeah.
was supposed to be like a top assassin. He just like took him out, no problem.
Yeah.
But you have to remember that it was the same thing when they were talking about he was fighting the Vietnamese person. The king was just like, the reason why he stopped fighting very well is because he doesn't have the killer instinct, and that's what really drives him.
in the situation with the first assassin, he had that killer instinct.
Exactly, and that was
That's-
supposed to, because he didn't have the killer instinct with the brother. That's why he was always holding back.
But still, this sounds kind of unrealistic.
No, I totally.
It's a
agree.
manga,
Yeah.
Goku. It's not the most realistic thing in the entire world.
I mean, he's just there to move the story forward as well. That's kind of another reason. He's just there to win fights so that the king can just do more interesting things.
Yeah. He reminded me of. Wait, none of you. Yoku, you watched some Ace of Diamond.
I watched like 30 episodes or something.
He reminded me of Ijun Sawamura. He reminds me of the main guy in Ace of
Oh
Diamond.
yeah.
Is that same
Yeah,
brash
he's like
personality?
hot-headed.
Yeah, I have a soft spot for those characters. Like, I just love him. I'm not gonna say he's like the most interesting or fascinating, but there's just something so endearing and adorable about that I just like, I love you. He's so great. Like his facial expressions and just how silly he can be. Like, I really like it. But I agree. Like, there's not much to him.
He is
entertaining.
very entertaining.
Yeah, there's not much to him
I mean,
yet. I want to see.
You can take that
more.
character. You can take that type of character, and you can make him still a bad character. But they took that type of character and made him still a pretty good character.
Okay.
I mean,
I agree.
I was so annoyed with him at the mountain thing because he just kept screaming out things from the thing. I'm just like, shut up! You're gonna get yourself murdered.
I love when they were going to the palace to fight, and they just kept being like, "Stop panicking." He's like, "Why would I not be panicking?" And they're like, "Stop panicking." Every single person's like, "Just stop panicking." He's like, "I'm not panicking."
that is actually
Stop.
that things like that, situations and moments like that is what actually add to his very simple character and make you actually like.
Yeah.
There's moments that you can remember and like kind of like that's a cool moment. But sometimes these characters just suck. These
I
they're
agree.
just horrible.
I don't think he
he's very
sucks.
basic.
He's
No.
just not. Yeah, he's basic.
Yeah.
So
He's supposed to be us, I suppose. Us, but more OP.
yeah.
OP Daza. He's Daza,
He
but
is
OP.
Daza.
He
See,
did.
if it was me and I could hold a sword, I would be exactly like him.
You can't even hold a sword. I mean, it's not even like swinging it. It's like, oh, what is this?
It's like holding a sword, like,
Thing.
oh, my
It
arm's
looks lighter
getting,
than it
like,
really
cut off.
is. Swords are heavy.
Yeah, man.
Super heavy.
Swords are heavy.
Guys, where do you think it's gonna go? Like, what do you think?
Don't answer, Yoku.
Yoku,
Yoku, no.
Okay, put your head down.
Bad Yoku.
Shame.
Down.
Where do you think? Like, oh gosh, I'm just so looking forward to seeing what happens with like the king and just where everything goes because we're so early on. We're only 30 chapters in.
Yeah, man.
Alright.
I feel like we're
Chapters
still
of
we're
400.
still in like the prologue. It feels like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, this is not even 10% of what's out, I believe.
Is it finished? Is the manga finished?
No.
Oh, it's still coming out, but they were catching up. The scanlations were catching up for a while. They were releasing like 10 chapters at a time at one point. I'm not sure if they're caught up already. I think there are.
I think they caught up.
The one I saw had chapter 403 just released, so I think.
Oh shit, I'm behind.
Yeah. How far behind are you?
I think I'm like 200s somewhere.
Yeah, you got
You got
catching up to do,
home stuff,
Yoku.
They were like at 320 or something back when I was on like late 200s. So they have released a lot since then. And it's only been maybe like 3 months since I last read it.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Those scanlators are fast. Viz, hire them.
Hi. Hired.
I can't remember what I was gonna say.
Oh.
We were saying something?
Never mind.
I had a thing and now it's gone.
Oh no.
Alright, can I just say I'm really annoyed by whatever scanlator I read. I was really annoyed because they switched from the Japanese pronunciation
To the Chinese.
Constantly.
and then back to the Japanese. And I'm just like,
It was the same for me. I was like, why aren't we sticking with one?
Yeah.
Like, I would much rather that we just stick with the Chinese since it's more accurate. Like,
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
one.
it doesn't matter that I can't pronounce it. I'll recognize the name. You know, like.
Yeah.
The subtitles,
Drove me
the
nuts.
same. The same with the first 14 episodes that I watched. It was the same. They would switch from like the Chinese to like.
Why?
Japanese.
That's
I don't know.
So
confusing.
annoying. Like you eventually figure out who is who, but it's so well.
Yeah.
That's like Cardcaptor Sakura. They have Shaoran. Like it's Shaoran is how you say it. Like every single translation, everything has been Shaoran. Like Syoran or something like that. But on
Yeah.
the Crunchyroll dubs, they do the Chinese, which is like X thing.
Yeah.
And I was like.
oh,
The first time I watched it, I watched a random episode, I was like, whoa, not what I was expecting. Like, I've
No,
seen it
no.
before, so I recognized and knew what it was, but I was like,
it's
that was
funny
not what I was
because that's actually the Animax dub,
Yeah.
right? And that's the dub we actually got here in Australia, like growing up. So when it went back to Sharon, I'm like, who the F is Sharon? See, I had the opposite effect because of just how it was released here.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, it's just like pick one. Like you don't. It's like you have to keep track of how each name is like spelled in the different.
Yeah, I just kind of, in some situations, I'd be like, I don't remember that name, but based on context, I think it's this person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and that's frustrating because the story is so good at explanation of what's going on, and I'm like, this is not your fault, mangaka.
Yeah.
This
No,
should be
it's
really
not.
easy to
Yeah.
follow.
Yeah.
I know those scaling bastards. It's like imagine if like every time they said Kakarot in Dragon Ball Z, sometimes they would write Kakarot and sometimes they would write Carrot. You know,
Carrot.
It'd be like,
Yes.
you'd be like, who's Carrot? I thought it was
Vegeta and vegetable,
Oh my god,
Vegetable.
yes.
Raditz and radish.
Strong
And
Strong.
then
Oh
all
god,
the
it would be
people in
amazing.
fandom arguing constantly about it, and it's just like, just stop. Pick one.
Just
You want
stick
to
with
hear a fun
one.
fact about Kingdom at the moment?
Sure.
Yes.
The manga also earned a Guinness World Record on December 12th, 2012, for a manga written by most people. The record was due to its Social Kingdom campaign, in which fans and other artists were given the task of redrawing the entire 26th volume. Participants included manga creators Eiichiro Oda from One Piece,
What?
No way.
Masashi Kishimoto from Naruto,
Eh.
Hirohiki Araki from JoJo, as well as other voice actors and fans.
What?
Aw,
That's dope.
that's
They
fun.
redrew the whole 26 volumes that were out of that volume.
That's so
No, the,
dope.
No,
the entire
the
26th.
26
Volume.
Oh,
Just the-
26. That was
They
like
all like contributed, or each one redrew it.
I don't know. That's just what it says.
I would love to look that up, that
Yeah.
volume.
Oh god, that would be amazing.
I would love to read that.
Could you
Oh my
imagine,
I
like,
want to see how Oda would draw Kingdom shit.
Yeah.
like the king with all like the JoJo poses, being
Oh
like,
my
"I will
God.
take the throne."
Oh my gosh. P.S. guys,
Hmm.
don't know if you noticed, but there was a piggyback ride in this series,
There was.
so automatic OTP.
Our work is done.
This is what happens, guys, when Tumblr gets a hold of your manga.
No, I just thought that'd be a funny jokes.
Joke.
Jokes.
Let's
Let's wrap up.
Yeah, he's so tsundere.
What?
Sorry.
Oh,
The king, he's
yeah,
so
he's super
tsundere. He's like
tsundere.
extremely
It's like-
tsundere. Like, the only time that he's ever been like, please don't die, was right before they went into battle, like right at the end of what we read. He was like, just don't die, alright? Cool, bye.
That's Oda's version of
And then
Kingdom.
he's just like, "Of course I won't."
Do it.
Oh, I can't click on it. No, I have to wait.
I just want to say, like at the beginning of the manga, this is going to art. So do you want to finish talking?
Oh
Karen?
yeah, I was just gonna say, go back to the piggyback ride. I loved that after they were walking, Zine was like, "Well, I'll repay the favor because you're obviously exhausted because you didn't sleep very much." And the king's like, "A real
No.
man would never accept a piggyback ride." I laughed so hard. I love that. It was great. Anyway, Art.
I was going to say, at the beginning for me, it was really hard to tell the difference between the characters.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah, I just didn't think it was spelled out very well.
Mm.
Like in both the text and with.
But
the-
his eyes are
Yeah.
fucking huge.
Which?
How could you not tell the difference
and
with the
Their
eyes?
hair was like different length.
But they were both the same looking, like the king and Power the same.
Well, that's intentional.
That's the whole point.
No, I meant more of like I couldn't get a name sticking to one person.
Oh, I gotcha.
Okay.
So it's just like,
How?
it's like, who the F is he and who the F is he? Is he, is she, should I be liking this or not liking it? I don't know.
You should always like it, Dazzle.
Oh, I like it.
Just like it.
I think I've accepted that. That's okay.
Good.
Mhm.
Let's wrap up and give our final thoughts and ratings, unless anybody else has anything else they would like to talk about.
No.
Yoku?
I can't say anything.
Aw.
I'm not
I like the
I'm trying to
question.
figure out what rating I would give it.
Yeah, me too.
Oh shit, you're right. We gotta rate this.
Yeah, I'm kind of hovering at like 8, but I kind of want to give it an 8.5. I don't know.
I was going to do like an 8. in between an 8 and an 8.5.
8.25.
8.25. That's what I'm gonna give it. Because I thought, like, I mean, the entire story was very engaging. It's so fun, but we are definitely just hitting the, like, we're at the tip of the iceberg right now. Like, we haven't fully gone into the story, but for what we've read, like, what we read was very intelligent, but it wasn't tons of exposition or overly complicated. Like, it was very easy to follow and also very interesting, and we already have characters set up and, like, characters that I want to learn more about. There's no character that I necessarily hate or don't want to learn more about, except for the little brother, but he's gonna die soon, so it's totally fine. And it was just really fascinating. Like, it's not boring. It's really exciting. There's a decent amount of blood, which is very great. Wouldn't say it's unique drawn blood or head chops or anything, but they're still really fun to look at and drawn really.
And there's a lot of them.
And there's a lot of them, so automatic, like, 2 points right there. Yeah, and it's really exciting, really engaging, and I'm so excited to learn more, and the art is also fantastic. Pacing is great. So I'm going to give it an 8.25 because I think even though we've just read the first 30 chapters out of 400, it's worthy of that score, and I can see it staying consistently that or higher. So
Yeah.
I think I'll give it an 8.5. This is, like, totally my jam. This is so good. It was really easy to follow, but still felt like there was a lot of weight to what was going on. It's just very, very engaging and so well written, and the art is fantastic. I really just love all the characters. I'm really excited to keep reading it. Like, I'm really excited to keep reading this in the same way that when I first started reading Vinland Saga, I was like, I can't stop. I can't stop reading this. It's so good.
Won't stop.
Can't stop. Won't stop. So, yeah, 8.5 from this guy.
Yeah, for me, I'd probably give this a 7. Not that I didn't like it or anything, but I'll give this a 7. And based off this arc, and if we ended up reading to 48 or whatever, like you said, finishing off this arc, like everybody else was saying, I'd give the whole overall arc about an 8.5 once we finish this arc, because I know what's to come. But I think from so far a 7 is still a pretty good score. I mean, this is the first 30 chapters, like you said. There's so much more, and even just in this arc alone, it gets even crazier and awesomer.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be as bad as Yoku, because Yoku's silly. But
that's 7.
I'm going to give it a 7.5, because as Yoku said, though, it's probably going to get a lot better. And while I thought it was absolutely fantastic, it still has kind of some of the, like, teething problems new manga has, especially at the start. So based on what we've read, I think a 7.5 is a great score for it. Being said, though, I enjoyed the fuck out of it. So
Yeah.
like 3,000 out of 10 for that. If I was, yeah.
It's over 3,000.
It's over 3,000.
3,000. Just
Not
Don't
quite
get ahead of
there.
yourself.
6,000 short of exciting. Awesome.
But yeah, I definitely think if you're into, like, the political side of things, I think as well you're gonna really enjoy it, because that's something that I don't really get in manga too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I really like I binge watch House of Cards, being like, oh my gosh, this is so good. West Wing, Newsroom, stuff like that. I absolutely adore it. You know, I know a lot of people are just like, politics.
No, but at the same time, these politics aren't too crazy. It's still for those people that are just, like, into action. It's really good action.
Oh, yeah,
and
that's
stuff
right,
like
yeah.
that.
I
mean,
was
it's
just about to say.
simple enough to understand all the politics and actually get into it. This is a good politic manga to get into. There's more heavily
It's like Babby's
political
first
ones, but
political manga.
yeah. It's very simple, very easy to follow while watching and reading all these kick-ass fights and heads flying everywhere and shit.
Actually, that's a good thing. Go over to our subreddit and tell us some good political manga, because we should read it for MangaPod, and I should just, like, bathe in it.
I know a couple.
Bathe in it.
Yeah.
And then everyone else can be like, oh, this is so dull. And I'm like, yes.
Akumatsu.
Oh, man.
Akumatsu is one of them, even though there's not much politics. That one was.
Akamatsu?
I like Dad's is like, give me all the politics. And Yoko's
He's
like, this one's great.
Here's a
not a lot
political
of
manga.
politics
I
in
mean,
it.
there isn't a lot of politics, but
No, I mean there's a lot of politics, but that's not like the main thing. I mean there's a couple of really good ones.
I think there's one
Yeah,
like
trust you, Yoko.
I know it's like a Koizumi one, where he's prime minister. I don't know.
There's one that the author of Fist of the North Star wrote. I forgot how it's called. I read like 90% of it. I don't know why I never finished it. It's really good, but it's really good art and everything.
Oops.
We should
Instead
read
of
that one
history
day.
manga, I typed in history mana.
Oh
I'm
no.
Learning all about things.
Oh no, the history of mana.
the history of mana by Matt.
No,
Moore.
man.
Hang on. Okay. I clicked rating. I went to manga here and typed in historical. Oh, and I sorted by the worst to best. The
Of
worst
course,
is
yeah.
apparently called The Chronicle of Myojin.
I can see how
Has a
that's
zero. Has a 0
bad. A 0.
and 20
But,
chapters left. That's sad.
Shit, how is that one called? Sanctuary.
Kingdom
That's
is
how it's
number
called.
1. Shipwrecked is number 2. Jo no Hana. Ooh, that looks great. Vinland Saga. Sayuki!
Sayuki!
I typed in political manga into Google, and Attack on Titan came up.
Sanctuary.
Google
is
gets
good.
it.
It's a good political
Who
manga.
understands?
Sanctuary is not just a political manga; it's also a like
That's
about
thriller and crime,
Yakuza
yeah.
and everything. It's really
that.
good. It's
What's that one?
really.
There's actually a lot
That was
of really
old as
cool
well.
ones on here. Shinobi no Kuni. Limu. Oh, that looks like... That actually looks like the art of Kingdom. Anyway, okay. We all
That's so-
recommend this manga. We want to read more political historical manga.
But I just want political. I don't care about the historical aspect.
Oh.
I like the historical aspect a lot.
Oh, yeah, me too.
3 versus 1, Daza.
Yeah, you're a loser.
History!
You lose. No.
Monster.
You just called Daza a loser.
I know.
That's
It was
so
too
mean.
It was
I'm
too
just
mean.
saying.
Daza, you're a loser.
You're not a loser. You're not a loser. You can like things different than we like. It's okay.
You do like history, you're a loser.
You're like, we're all losers.
That's the one we learned from this manga pod.
You like,
You know what?
like
Fuck
politics.
you guys.
No, Daza.
I'm gonna make my own manga
sorry.
called Blackjack
I'm
Hookers.
sorry, it was a joke. Did you say blackjack hookers?
That's what I heard as well.
Blackjack Hookers, yeah.
What
Hookers?
does that mean?
I know.
Have you guys not seen Futurama? I mean, come on.
I've
I've seen
it, but I
Futurama,
don't-
but not. I don't know to that point.
Yeah. I don't store every joke in my head.
It's like the sense of joke from it. It's like Bender's just like, oh, I'm gonna make my own thing with Blackjack and Hookers. Then he walks out.
Mm.
Aw.
Oh, why am I doing this with you guys?
Let's find out what we're reading next week.
Yay!
It's probably Futurama. That's what we're
Probably,
reading.
it is Futurama. Spoiler.
There's this one guy who gets frozen, and then 1,000 years later, he's not frozen anymore, and there's like this one-eyed chick, and yeah.
Is that what that's what we're reading next week?
No.
Oh.
That's Futurama.
Oh.
Ah.
I was like, wow, that's you got that figured out really quickly.
Yeah, wow, that was, I mean, succinct.
Kind of
succinct.
impressive.
Okay. In a world constantly haunted by demonic predators known as Yuma, the everyday life of humans is full of fear and suspicion, as these monsters easily blend into human society to hunt their hapless prey. Are we reading Tokyo Ghoul, or is this...
This is really
However,
good manga.
in this world, there is also a mysterious organization employing half-human, half-Yuma warriors to effectively track down and kill the demons.
This is
Again, this
Tokyo
sounds
Ghoul.
like Tokyo
This is
Ghoul.
It is
Tokyo Ghoul.
Tokyo Ghoul.
Called Silver Eye Witches or blah blah, after huge blah blah swords they carry. These female warriors are eyed with suspicion and distrust by most people because of their inhuman powers. But there are many currents flowing in the shadows from mysterious machinations, that's apparently the word, machinations of the blah blah organization and the twisted ambitions of the powerful abyssal ones to the hopes and desires of each blah blah warrior. This story follows the fate of Claire, one of the blah blah operatives, as she sails deeper and deeper down the currents of conspiracies and revenge.
One of the blah blah.
Blah
I know
blah
we're
blah.
We're reading blah blah.
We're reading blah blah.
You got it.
Chapters
Sitting by the
1
window
through
anime
40.
reviews.
Yes, that is that.
Yeah,
that
Claymore.
Claymore.
Also
That's
known
a
as
good
Tokyo
series.
Ghoul.
Also known as Tokyo Ghoul.
Or Tokyo
Ian.
Ghoul is also known as
Battle
Claymore.
Angel again? I must be in heaven.
God damn it, Ian. I don't even need
Damn it,
to
Ian.
like, check who said that. I know it's Ian.
You know, it's always Ian.
Yeah, but hey,
We love
Claymore
you.
is really good. I've seen the anime and it was good up until the end, of course, because they fucked that up. But apart from that, it's really good.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to read the manga because I've never read the manga.
I haven't either.
Yeah,
I
man.
haven't seen the
Apparently
anime.
the manga's great. The
I haven't
anime.
heard anything. Well, I've heard it, but I just haven't seen anything.
The anime is great too, except the ending. That's everybody's.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same as.
Yeah, every.
But every
And
anime
it-
ending, it's pretty much
Yeah.
either really shit or really good.
It's really
Yeah.
good if it follows the manga, which
Yeah.
it like almost never does.
But they like, I don't know what happens. They get terrified of ending it differently, so they're like, we're just gonna end it shit.
Yeah, we're
Well,
just
I
gonna
guess-
screw
mean,
everything
it's-
up.
It's the difference between like when you're told you get one season and there's a certain point where you realize, oh, there's no way we're getting a second season. It's like, well, we have to wrap this up somehow. I get that. It's just, it's always so bad. Like,
Really bad.
I'd rather just leave him like hanging, at the end.
yeah,
Yeah.
me too. I would much rather there be a cliffhanger.
Because then that gives
Then
that gives a
Pandora
chance.
Hearts.
Then that will one day give a chance for like, what if the series becomes super popular in manga later on, and then they might make another season. Yeah, that might happen. But shit like Blue Exorcist and stuff like that. I mean, that's the way that stuff ended. There's no way they would have to like remake,
For what?
like do like full like Blue Exorcist and shit.
Oh,
Ow.
yeah, Blue Exorcist. Ugh.
I mean, they would have to do like a Brotherhood.
They'd have to
and
do a
stuff like
completely revamping. Yeah, same with Pandora Hearts.
so.
They'd have to completely revamp it. Every time.
You guys don't understand how it works. And it's just.
I don't give a shit how it works. This is how it works
No,
in
I
life.
get how it works. I don't like how it works. There's a difference.
I know. I don't like it either. But
Dumb.
we're going to be reading volume 1 to 4, chapter 1 to 21 of Claymore
The launch.
with a special guest.
Yeah. Erica.
Guess who's the special guest? There we go.
Oh, sorry.
That was-
No, we were going to guess it. Erica! Yeah, she's coming back. She's coming
Yay!
back. She's great.
Yeah, she was here like what, a couple months ago, right?
Yeah, she did Tokyo ESP.
Oh, yeah, Tokyo ESP. I forgot about that one.
Good.
That was fun.
Which was so good, and then the anime came in and it's like.
I didn't watch the anime.
I watched the first
I
two
haven't watched the
episodes.
anime
I
either.
didn't watch the anime at all.
Because everybody keeps saying, like, it's
It's
so I just haven't even tried.
That's basically.
Episode 1 ain't bad. I mean, it kind of throws you off the loop. A little
Throws
bit.
you off the loop.
Off the loop.
Throws you off
Yeah,
the
but-
loop.
It still
Throws
has
you
to
off
be
the loop,
good.
girl.
Off the
You
loop.
know.
Get off that
No,
loop.
you know.
Off the
Get
Fruity
that
Loop.
Get off that Fruit Loop.
Hey, Yoku, there's only
What
3
does
more
that
weeks
mean?
into Mason and Koku.
I know. I was looking that up today. I'm like,
Wait,
man,
what?
where's? I felt like Mason and Koku should have happened a long time ago, but it didn't yet.
Yeah? Yeah, Yoku?
Coming
Is
up.
that how you feel?
I think you're excited, aren't you?
It's good. I can't wait. I purposely been not reading it until we read
We-
it.
I
we-
love
we
that
have-
at Anime Expo, they were like, what manga are you most looking forward to? And we were talking about how you fought so hard to get Mason Mikoku on there. And then
That's
you're like, actually, I haven't read it. I was like, what?
No, I've seen the anime. It's the same thing, alright?
See, whenever you say Mason and Koku, all I can remember is Mason, who hung around with us.
Oh, yeah,
at Anime
Mason.
Expo.
Mason!
Mason and Koku. That's a good
And
way
then
of
I'm just-
remembering the name of that series, because, yeah.
Nobody
We've got-
posts any Hunter x Hunter series finale in the comments. Do not post it. I'll ban you.
Or Shield stuff.
I will
If you
ban
say any
you.
Shield stuff, I will hunt you down.
Shield? People are talking about Shield?
Yeah, it came back. It's like airing as we're
Dad's
talking.
like, don't post any Shield.
Like, why would people post about Shield right now?
Like this TV show. Oh.
Why
You
would
never
they
know,
post?
Guys, you never know. Guys, you never know.
I'm preempting.
Preventative.
the post-
Preventative measures.
But I just want to say, we've got like an amazing few weeks coming up, besides Mason and Koku. We've got Claymore, Berserk, Hunter x Hunter,
Berserk.
Parasite, The Breaker,
Parasite.
I can't wait for
Yes!
Parasite.
Assassination Classroom,
Parasite is so good.
X1999.
Natsume Yujin
Natsume
Show.
Yujin Show.
Fire Game,
It's gonna be good, guys.
Dude.
Watashi Yachi no Shiwa. I don't know what that is.
Berserk, we are reading up until the end of the Golden Age arc, and I am so
Oh, I can't wait to talk about
Oh my
that
god,
shit.
we're gonna
excited.
finish it?
I am so excited. I read it like after the last Berserk. I read it immediately all the way through, like up to the end of Golden Age and a little bit after, I'm like, oh god, I want another MangaPod just to talk about this. It's so good. It's so good.
Oh man.
So should I hold off watching the rest of the films then until we do Berserk?
It's up to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be much better in the films. I'm
Yeah,
kidding. It's better in the manga.
Alex said that the films did it pretty good, but I mean the manga is obviously like is still way superior.
Manga is the way to go.
Yeah. I need to watch those films. Real bad. But yeah, Golden Age is gonna be so good. We have a lot of good stuff coming up. I'm excited.
It's not like we planned it or anything.
Yeah, no, it's not like we scheduled it or anything like that. Let's go ahead and shout out our stuff really quick. I am Erin of HappiLeeErin. You are here on my channel watching this MangaPod. All of the previous MangaPods are also hosted here if you would like to check any of those out. I do anime reviews and anime first impressions, as well as lots of like random things like friendly anime discussions and tag videos and stuff like that. My channel is on a hiatus right now, but it'll be coming back very soon. I am working on a top 11-ish moments from Hunter x Hunter 2011. It keeps growing.
I like that.
I'm trying. But
Top 11-ish. Can you keep that name?
Oh yeah, that's what it's gonna be called.
Okay, cool, good.
So I'm
You better
working
just
on
have
that
like
right now.
top 11 lists from now on.
Just top 11-ish lists.
Ish.
It's like it may be 12, it may be 9.
I
it's
can't
just
make
ish.
any
Really knows,
promises. So I'm working on that. That should be up very soon. I'm writing it right now. Hopefully have it up in the next week or so. If you'd like to find me on any other social media site, I am HappiLeeErin all across the everything. Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and Ask.fm are what I use most often. I've also been trying to use Hummingbird a little bit more, so you can go ahead and find me on any of those. Tweet me about Kuroko, and we can cry about our feels over all of the series and the world's ending, and just talk about whatever, otters, cheese, and coffee.
Yeah.
That's me.
Damn cheese. How dare you?
Hi guys, I'm Dodger. I have 2 channels. I have youtube.com/presshardtocontinue where I do gaming stuff and I do DIY stuff, which is going to be coming back, and I do a weird show called Welcome to the Fandom that's like a rant show about whatever. And I have another channel called Dexterity Bonus where I drink coffee and talk about my cats and my day and my life. And if you would like to come hang out on either of those places, I would greatly appreciate it. On all the social medias, I'm at DexBonus, DEXBONUS. So that's my life.
You should all go and watch the Welcome to the Fandom OTP video because it's amazing.
Aw, thanks,
It's one
dude.
of my favorite videos. I love it so much. I'm like, no TP! And then Crack Ship, like all of that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, you explained it so good.
So many
That's
people
my
were
life.
like, so many people were like, I can't believe you didn't take a second to explain what a crack ship is. I was like, come on.
Like, it's so self-explanatory.
What's a
All of
crack
my
ship?
ships are crack ships, so it's kind of sad.
A crack ship is a relationship that doesn't make any sense or could never happen. You just ship it with all your heart, even though it could never
Draco and
happen.
Harry.
And there's never any, like fan art or fan fiction, so you just cry.
Yeah, there's usually nothing to support it either. They like maybe make eye contact once, and you're like, yes.
It's my favorite. Crack ships are
Those
so
are
fun.
those are the best.
So
That's
fun.
Yeah.
true.
They're great.
Sorry, I didn't mean to tangent, but I said that.
The best crack ship is no joke would be Krillin
Hmm.
and a Saiyaman.
Oh yeah, that's true. They'd be about the same size.
Yeah, they would.
It would work.
It would
Yeah,
work.
just like doing this.
I still want Killua and Kun. I got fan art. People actually drew me fan art. It was so good.
That's
He's got the
amazing.
power to make
You
these
guys
fan
were
art.
here for Tower God Pod. The
Oh,
last
yeah, it
Tower
was just
God
me and
Pod. It
you.
was Joker and I just started talking about how I want.
Yeah, we
I
both
started
went.
shipping Killua and Kun together. And I was like, OTP.
They're like twins.
There's so much chemistry and so much potential.
Incest is wincest.
Oh god, so good.
I like it.
Anyway.
I'm Yokurama from Happily Yokurama. Is that
You did it!
I don't know why that's so hard to say.
You did
I don't know.
It's not. You're just.
So hard to
There's
say.
something wrong with it.
There's something wrong with all of you guys.
Oh.
Hey.
Shouldn't be easy to say.
I say it with
Hey.
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 Um,
Hey.
Yeah, you guys can find my links in the description of this video. Yep.
One day I'm gonna just delete your link.
That's not
You'll be
gonna
like,
happen.
excuse me, this is not
There's-
accurate at all.
There's no links.
Hey, Yoku, when are you gonna make a new video?
Oh, I made one like a month ago, dude. That's pretty
I'm-
recent.
What was that from? I don't think
I don't remember what that one was.
Ow.
You okay?
Because I thought the last video
My
on the
knee
channel
got
was one that
stuck
I
on my
uploaded from
keyboard.
Anime Expo.
No. I uploaded I for sure uploaded something. Top 5 must-watch anime of summer 2014.
Oh, okay.
That's
Oh,
legit.
nice.
That's legit.
That was a long time ago.
That's a legit thing.
Yeah, it was legit.
I am Doc Dazza from Firing for Nippon. You can find me at youtube.com/Firing for Nippon, where I have got a bunch of videos coming out very soon. I haven't had one in like 2 weeks, but I've actually been working on doing stuff with green screening and like heaps legit looking videos. And I'm just like, I'm editing one at the moment. I'm just like, oh my god, looks so cool.
I loved your still that you posted. That was cool.
Yeah. You can also find me on youtube.com/DrDazza, where I upload, at the moment I'm dumping all my streams from twitch.tv/DrDazza, where every Sunday I am playing through Katawa Shoujo, and I am crying my eyes out because it's so depressing.
Yeah, both Dazzle and I are playing dating sims, so if that's what you're into, you should check us both out.
I'm trying to get Hatterful Boyfriend, but I can't justify spending $25 on pigeons.
Dazza, it's so good.
And I've already got like Katawa Shoujo, so once I get through Katawa Shoujo, I might look at Hatterful Boyfriend.
How many endings are in Katawa Shoujo?
There's 2 to 3 for each girl, so
Oh, nice.
I think there's
Yeah.
5 girls, so it's about 10ish. But I'm not going to go through them all. I'm just going to be like, I'm going to get the best ending for each girl, or just sleep with who I want to be sleep with.
There you go.
That's it.
Yeah, there are 14 endings in Hatoful Boyfriend, and I promised I would get all of them on
Oh,
the channel. So I'm on 5.
See, it's
Third
from
away.
5 for Hatterful Boyfriend, and I've been playing Katawa Shoujo longer than you, and I'm still halfway through my second one.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, it takes like an hour to get each ending. It's really quick. There isn't a whole lot of development, but man, the payoff is so good every time. I'm just like, yes.
Do you see pigeon butts?
Huh? No, you don't touch any pigeon butts.
Oh.
At least not yet.
You're so dejected.
I know. I don't get to be a person just like tenderly cupping a pigeon butt. It's not what happens.
Because I've got
There's
like
gonna
this
be fan
flashback
art.
just
Anywho.
Anyway, you can also find me on Twitter, Dr. Dazza, Hummingbird, Dr. Dazza, Tumblr, Dr. Dazza, Ask FM, Dr. Dazza, I don't know, everything else. It's just all there. You'll
Yeah.
find it.
Yeah, that's where you can find all of us. Once again, all of those links are in the description down below. You can also find a link to our subreddit where you can do discussions and check out the schedule for upcoming weeks. As well as
Which recommendation?
recommendations, as well as people have been posting fan art, and it's really cool, and we absolutely
I know,
love it.
it's
Thank
been
you
so
so much.
cool.
It's so neat.
Post more fan art.
Post more fan art, please.
I
It validates
I
us.
was told yesterday that the recommendation thread is closed from last time.
Oh no,
because
it's expired.
yeah, they expires sometime. I don't know. So guess what? Right now, I'm making a third one, and it is going to be the most amazing thing in the entire world. So
What's so funny?
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Erin and I had a moment.
Anyway, thank you all so much for watching MangaPod. We
Yeah.
appreciate it so much. You guys are fantastic. We'll be back same time, same place next week, 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here on this channel, youtube.com/HappiLeeErin. I'll be tweeting the link about a half an hour before or so if you want to come and check it out beforehand. We'll be reading Claymore. I forgot how many of the things.
First 4 volumes of that?
First
3?
4.
Something like that.
we are reading up to chapter, where is
21.
it?
21.
Chapter volume 1 through 4, chapters 1 through 21. We'll have special guest Erica, who is absolutely fantastic, and we cannot wait to have her.
Well, we hope. We haven't actually all remembered to say
I
anything.
talked to her a little bit ago.
Did you?
Like a week ago. Yeah, I was talking to her.
I spoke to her a week ago as well, so hopefully she remembers.
We'll figure it out. We're MangaPod.
We're MangaPod.
Got it. It's fine.
We got it.
Thank you all so much for watching. We appreciate it so much. We'll see you next week. Mwah!
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Mwah.